Welcome to lesson 85 of algebraic concept, right function rules. Okay, so here's our objective, some vocabulary, picture, some rules and notes for you, and a picture of the vertical line test. So please pause through these, read them carefully, look at the information carefully. We will use some of this information in this lesson or an upcoming one. 4 types of slopes. Okay, so let's look at our first example. A train is traveling across America at a constant speed of 60 miles per hour. The distance traveled can be calculated every 5 miles. So this question is not really asking us to do anything. So all we're going to do here is write the function, write the equation. So here's the key word. The 5 miles is not really significant because we don't have a question. Anytime you see the word per, each, or every, that means divide. So the unit that comes before is your y. So y stands for miles, and your x stands for hours. And we know that a function is the rate of change, 60, and it multiplies to x. And so there is our function rule for this function. So it says find the slope of the line from the points. Okay, so when you have a point, you know you have an x and a y. The x is always on the left and the y is always on the right. So we have one x point and one y point. And then we have a second x point and a second y point. And we use subscripts to let you know that it is a second point. 2x would mean we have 2x values, but when we use the subscript, they're different things. It's a minor difference, but the subscripts, the number to the right down at the bottom is called a subscript, and it just lets you know that you have 2 points. It's nothing fancy. So the slope formula. The slope formula deals with the change in y over the change in x. So slope is m, and the change in y means y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. It really doesn't matter which x goes first, but the whole point must match up. So -7 must be over -1, and then you subtract the 1 over the 3. Okay, so -7 minus 1 is -8. -1 minus -3 is -4, which gives you a slope of 2 over 1. Because when you do 8 divided by 4 and 4 divided by 4, you get 2. And all we're looking for is the slope of the line. We don't have any units, values, or any other thing that we have to do. So the slope of the line is 2. Okay, so now find the slope of the line. Finding the slope from the graph of the line is very, very easy. All you have to do is find out where this line, let me put it in blue. This line goes through the corner of a box. That's all you have to do. And it goes through a corner of a box right there. So what you got to do is find a change in y and the change in x, and it intersects right here. And so now the change in y, count from the black, 1, 2, 3. So the change in y is 3, and the change in x counting from the black is 1, 2, 3, 4. So the change in x equals 4. And so the slope of the line is the change in y divided by the change in x. And we have 3 over 4, or 0.75. And that's how you find the slope of the line. And remember, the line must go through the corner of a box. It must go through the corner of a box. It must go through the corner of a box. It must go through the corner of a box. Okay, so those were our examples. Please try the practice problems that are coming up next, and I will meet you at the end of the video for a review. Okay, so determine if the relationship is linear and find its slope. So what do we mean? Well, all you got to do is find the relationship 1, 1, 1, 1. The change in y is 1. The change in x is 2. The slope of the line is the same as the change in rate. And we've been doing this. The m equals 1/2. So the slope of the line is 1/2. It's the same everywhere, so it is linear. And the slope is 1/2. It's the same 1/2 everywhere. Okay, determine if the relationship is linear and find its slope. So in an equation, the slope of the line always multiplies to x. Since our x is to the first power, there's no number written, so it's understood to be to the first power. It means it's linear. So the equation of a line has x to the first power. Okay. Find the slope of the line that contains the given points. So we have identify what you're given. You're given x1 and x2, and then y1 and y2. And we know that 1/3 minus 1/3 equals 0. And then 1/3 goes with 9 minus -7 gives us 16. 0 divided by 16 is 0. So the slope of the line is 0, which means it's a flat line. It's a horizontal line. And finally, here we go. So let's make this x2 and y2, and this x1 and y1. And then let's go 6 minus -2. See, I always use parentheses when substituting so I don't mix up my points. And so 6 plus 2, two negatives in a row becomes 6 plus 2 over -2, which is 8 over -2, which equals -4. And that is our slope of a line. So that is a little lesson on slope of a line. And we will take these very slow. And so there will be more videos dealing with slope of the line, finding function values, writing equations, and all of these sorts of things. So please, if you like what you saw, subscribe and share this channel. And I will catch you on the next video. Thank you for watching.